Hi friends, it is Aimee Esther here, and today I wanted to share with you the symptoms of postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And the reason I am sharing this with you today is because when I was searching for answers for my health problems, if you've heard my story, you know this, but I searched for a very long time. I used Google and YouTube and typed in all my symptoms, and I just couldn't ever find anything. And so I am trying to spread awareness about POTS and dysautonomia with my channel. So I'm hoping that there's someone watching this who can hear these symptoms and maybe they know someone who is going through the same thing or they themselves are going through it. And I hope that this video will be helpful for you in knowing the symptoms of POTS. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. I make videos about my life with chronic illness. I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which is a form of dysautonomia. I also have lots of other chronic illnesses, SIBO, endometriosis, PCOS, fibromyalgia. There's a whole list. You can see the links down below to see some more information on them or head over to my channel. I have lots of videos about all the things that I have. Today though, I want to share with you the symptoms of POTS, and I'm hoping that this video will help someone out there who has these symptoms and they are searching for answers, and hopefully my videos will be helpful for you. This video today is a collaboration with Sarah's Family Vlogs. Sarah is so cute. I watch her vlogs of her cute little family, and the reason we're collaborating on this is because Sarah found my channel here on YouTube and she started watching it and noticing some things in her life and said, hey, I have this happen to me just like you, and this symptom is the same as you have, but she was told she had various other things that they couldn't figure out what it was. And so she just thought she had to live with all these symptoms, and it turns out she had POTS, and she was able to find my channel and my videos were able to help her find out that she had POTS. And I just love this story, and it just makes me so happy because that is the reason I started this channel, and I just want to spread more awareness about POTS, and hopefully it can help someone out there. So after you finish this video, head over to Sarah's channel. She has a video she just posted about POTS and some more information on it and just kind of her story, and you can watch some of her cute family vlogs that she has. Head over to Sarah's channel. It is linked in the description below, and tell her that Aimee Esther sent you over and give her a little hello for me. All right, let's get started talking about POTS. Let's first talk about what is POTS, because if you're here just looking for symptoms, then you don't even know what POTS is, probably. So POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So postural meaning like your posture, how your body is positioned. Orthostatic, I don't know the official definition, but orthostatic intolerance is being intolerant to standing. Orthostatic means something along the lines of standing in an upright position. You can go Google the exact definition, but it basically means just standing upright. Tachycardia is an abnormal heart rate. So basically POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, is a syndrome that causes you symptoms when you stand upright, and it can cause your heart to beat faster than normal or just beat irregularly. All right, friends, before we get into the symptoms of POTS, I wanted to make a quick note that there are different severities with POTS. So there are people, and I have talked to them, who say they have POTS and they seem like they live the most normal life. They maybe have a few things that are hard for them. They have a hard time going in the heat, and they get a little fatigued if they are out walking too much or something like that, but they are still living a pretty normal life. Then there are people who are kind of the middle ground, which is kind of where I am at, where it affects me a lot, and pretty much every single day I feel the effects of my POTS. However, when I'm treating it, I can live fairly normal. I can find a way to adapt to do things, but I can't work anymore. I used to be a teacher and I can't do that anymore. I can't do a lot of the things I would like to do, but I still am able to live a somewhat normal life. And then there are people on the extreme end who I've talked to who will pass out almost every time they stand up. They crawl to the bathroom. They can't even walk from their bed to the bathroom. And so there are a lot of different severities. All right, so let's talk about some of the symptoms. So the first symptom is fainting. I have never actually fainted. I one time almost fainted when we were doing family pictures, but besides that, I haven't even really got close. I feel really dizzy. I feel like I might faint in a few minutes, but I never actually get there. And only about 40% of people with POTS actually faint, but it definitely is a symptom. So if you are fainting, you might have POTS. Also, dizziness upon standing. I definitely get dizzy when I stand. I'm gonna look at my notes, by the way, so if you see me looking down, it's just because I want to make sure I get all the symptoms. Fatigue, this is a big one for me. Migraines and headaches, dizziness, lightheadedness, shaking. I get shaky if I don't drink enough water and if I'm not eating regularly. So that's a big one. My hands would start shaking. Heart palpitations, exercise intolerance, which means that your symptoms flare up when you exercise. Nausea, and lots of stomach issues. So IBS and SIBO, which is a small intestine bacterial overgrowth. I have that actually, and it is not fun. But just a lot of digestive issues happen when you have POTS because there is so much blood in the digestive system that it can cause a lot of symptoms if you're not getting your blood there. So IBS, celiac, SIBO, all those things can be linked to POTS. We also have diminished concentration. It makes it really hard to concentrate. Coldness or pain in the extremities. So for me, I would get ice cold feet. I shouldn't say would, I still do, but it was worse when I wasn't treating my POTS. My feet would turn purple and they would be ice cold. And I remember talking to a doctor about it and he just brushed it off like it was nothing. So if you get ice cold feet, you might have POTS. Make sure you mention it to your doctor. Chest pain, shortness of breath, reddish or purple color in the legs or feet, which I just talked about, definitely happens to me. If I don't wear compression socks, my feet are purple when I am standing. Brain fog, this happens so bad to me. My brain fog still to this day is really, really bad. My husband makes fun of me because I'll say the wrong word. Like I'll mean to say, will you get me the remote? And I'll say, can you get me the refrigerator? And he has to kind of figure out what I'm saying. It takes me a minute to remember the word. They're not gone, my memory's not gone, but there's just like a fog there where I can't remember certain words. And anyways, that was a long thing about brain fog, but it's not fun. So brain fog. Pain, just pretty much anywhere. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia as well, and so I just kind of have pain in weird places. But my pain that I attribute most to POTS would be leg pain. So my muscles just ache when my POTS is flaring. They just hurt really bad, especially in my legs. When it's really bad, it moves up to my arms and my abdomen. So I have a lot of muscle pain, but really pain anywhere is associated with POTS. Fibromyalgia, which I guess, I don't know, is fibromyalgia a symptom of POTS? I don't know what you would call that, but fibromyalgia is often associated with POTS. Also chronic fatigue syndrome, light and sound sensitivity, heat intolerance. I've talked a lot about heat intolerance. I have an ice cold pack on my lap because it is the middle of summer and it's really hard. All my symptoms flare up in the heat. New onset of allergies. You guys, I didn't even realize this happened to me until I was preparing for this video. And then I realized all of my allergies started when I got POTS. I've never had allergies before in my life, and now I just have allergies all the time. So anyways, yeah, new allergies. Eye dilation. So that's a weird way to say a symptom was eye dilation, but I don't know how to explain it other than when I go outside, my eyes don't dilate right, and I need to wear sunglasses. And so just your eyes don't dilate right. I don't know, whatever that symptom would be. And then orthostatic intolerance, when you stand, all of these symptoms get worse. So those are some of the symptoms that can happen if you are looking into POTS and you're not sure if you have it. A few other things to just tell you about. About 80% of the people with POTS are female. Now that doesn't mean it can't happen to males. I went to a conference, a POTS conference last year, and actually every person at my table was a male. And they were all teenagers. And so another fun fact about POTS is that if it happens in your teen years, it might go away by the time you're in your 20s. Mine, of course, started in my 20s, so it's probably going to last forever. But sometimes if you get it in your teens, you can grow out of it. It's pretty common in those teen years. So if you are in your teens and you're feeling these symptoms, I would definitely look into POTS. But it can really happen to anyone. I think the most common was just like women from 15 to 50, which I don't know, doesn't give you very much of a common age, but if you're in that age and you're a woman and you're feeling these symptoms, definitely get it checked out. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to head over to Sarah's channel after you finish watching this one, and she's going to teach you a little more about things you can do for POTS, some treatment, and a little more information about it. So make sure you head over to her channel. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you are experiencing symptoms like this, comment below. Let me know what your symptoms are. If you've already been diagnosed with POTS, I want to hear your story. How are you diagnosed? What are your symptoms? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and if you want more information about POTS, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will see you on the next video. Thank you.